Now, my next guests are two of the finest classical singers in the country. One has had 5 #1 albums in the last 5 years and has already released her autobiography, while the other has just clinched a £2 million record deal and is hoping to follow in her footsteps and become a singing sensation herself.
We dance in tears on till new day is born. There's just no letter to leave the lifelong day.
Please welcome Katherine Jenkins and the girl who wowed the judges on Britain's Got Talent, Faryl Smith. Never has more beauty come down the stairs at once. Hello. How are you? Faryl, welcome.
Hello.
Oh, I say, it's like Strictly Come Dancing. It's wonderful. You're very welcome. Here it is, Faryl. Did you ever think you'd see it? It's out now.
No, never. I thought because I'm only a young girl from Katherine, I never ever thought I'd have an album out. Definitely not.
Younger. Well, you're 13 still. It's astonishing. Yeah. Katherine, you and Faryl, although she's only 30, you go back a long way, or you certainly go back a few years.
Well, we do, yeah. I first heard about Faryl when she won a singing competition on Eisteddfod. Then I was told that I had to hear this voice because she was amazing for her age. And then all the Britain's Got Talent thing happened, and you know she obviously did very well with that. But we'd met before. She'd come to one of my concerts and came backstage and helped give her a bit of advice. And when I found out so much, you know, everything was happening for her and everything was going so well, I just wanted to be there to give her some advice.
So you're a bit of a mentor?
Well, yeah, and I'm loving it. I'm really enjoying working with her.
It's wonderfully exciting, Faryl. It must also be a bit scary.
Yeah, it is. It is quite scary, but like to have someone there that, like Katherine, that can tell you the ins and the outs, because obviously she's been in the business for quite long now. So it's nice to have someone there that can give you advice and tips.
The most surprising thing is when I watched you on Britain's Got Talent, I went, oh my goodness, people are surprised that that sound comes out of you. Are you surprised that that sound comes out of you?
Not really, because I'm kind of used to it
You've
now.
always had it there. But it is unusual. I mean, you know, your voice is not of a timbre. Katherine, you can comment more on that. Not of the timbre that you usually get in a girl of Faryl's age.
No, it is unusual, and she's obviously worked very hard at it as well. She works a lot with her singing teacher, but I also think Faryl's got something about her voice that you can't teach. It's that thing that kind of touches you in the heart. It's quite an emotional voice.
Well, but the instrument's good as well. I'm sorry while we talk over you.
It's all right.
You know,
It's all right.
as though you're not there. What about the nerves? How do you go with it? Because there's an amazing story. I didn't realise until I read the story of why you were shaking like a leaf before the finale. Tell us of Britain's Got Talent.
Right. Well, basically, I was drinking some water before I went on to the final, and someone came through the door, and I knocked all of the water all over my dress.
This is immediately before you went on?
George Sampson was on before me, and he was actually getting his comments at this point, so I was meant to be backstage, and it was all over my hair, all over the mic, all over everything. So I just froze. I didn't really know what to do.
Literally, I mean, it was freezing.
And then so they just dragged me to hair and makeup and had all these hair dryers on me, and we were looking at the screen, and George was just standing there smiling like, vote for me, and I was like, oh my God. But and then they eventually just, I was just running all the way backstage. They kind of just threw me on the stage, and then I had to sing Ave Maria. But, but obviously I was still cold because I just had water on me. So one of Simon Cowell's comments was, I saw you shaking like a leaf before you started singing. And I was thinking, no, it's because I'm cold. I'm not nervous, I'm cold.
So can you give tips on coping with nerves, Katherine?
Well, you're actually pretty calm. It's only about 5 minutes before we tend to sing together that's when she gets really wound up. But I think just enjoy it. Everyone out there wants her to do well, and she's so passionate about it. And I think the more she does it, the more comfortable she will become. But I don't think she needs any help with that. I think she's...
Now, you signed, not with Simon Cowell, who wanted to sign you for Sony, but with Universal. The CD's out on Universal. So have you spoken to Simon since? Is he...
Actually, I haven't spoken to Simon, but I've spoken to like a few of his friends and the people that work with him, and they said that he's actually really, really glad for me and glad for everything that's happened for me, and I'm glad that he feels like that, because it was a very, very big decision for me and my family, and Simon was absolutely lovely.
It's a lot of money. Is it a bit scary to talk that sort of money? You know, 2.3 million.
To be honest, I don't really think about the money. I just let my mum and dad get on with that.
Very sensible. Will you stay singing, or will you... So it's 13. I mean, how will you manage your education and your singing career?
Well, actually, my school have been really, really good with it because they just like give me work whenever I'm away, and I have a tutor. But then whenever I go home, I just always go to school.
So the big tip, Katherine, from you would be, at this stage in her career, you are mentoring her, as you say. So what is the sort of thing that you're telling Faryl now?
Well, she's got a fantastic family who are sort of travelling with her, and I think it's really important to have a good team around you because she is young and she's, you know, got a lot of success ahead of her. So I think keeping her feet on the ground, and that'll be easy because her family are great.
Well, it's a wonderful CD. It's lovely to come in at this point in your career, and we will all sit and watch now and will you on to do even better. You've given us a lot of pleasure.
Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, Katherine and Faryl will be performing Amazing Grace later in the show. But for now, my thanks to Katherine Jenkins and Faryl Smith.